ready to fight, and it is our honor to defend this nation. Thank you.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen, as we swing right into yesteryear from the now, turning back the hands of time with Vicki Benzing and her Stearman biplane. Talking about the history here at this base and of the Air Force with their 75th anniversary, you must include the basic trainer, the Stearman, and an inspiring story from Dr. Vicki Benzing. And watch her fly, and I'll fill in all the blanks in just a moment on how you could be doing this as well. Born and raised in California, Vicki is an accomplished pilot, skydiver, aerobatic performer, and air racer. With over 9,500 hours of flight time and over 1,300 parachute jumps, Vicki has a passion for everything airborne. Her flying career has spanned 40 years. She currently holds an airline transport pilot rating as well as a commercial rating in helicopters, seaplanes, and gliders.
It's the way that you know what I thought I knew. It's the beat in my heart skips when I'm with you. But I still don't understand just how your love is doing no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now.
She learned to fly a long time ago and then took a little break from it as long as she could to get her PhD, thank you very much, in chemistry from UC Berkeley. Began working in the Silicon Valley high-tech industry. But her passion for spins, loops, and rolls soon returned when she took an aerobatic flight with air show legend Wayne Handley, and the rest is history. So there are little sonic booms that we're enjoying right now. We've got two big ones coming later this afternoon. But you see the propeller tips out at the end of that big propeller on the big Pratt & Whitney radial engine. They're breaking the sound barrier, and that's why you not only hear this airplane, but you feel it as well. Vicki's an air racer too. She likes to race at Reno, and she races jets. In fact, at 469.831 miles per hour, she's the fastest woman racer in a jet ever at Reno. And it's all about education. Science, technology, engineering, and math. Vicki is sponsored by California Aeronautical University, an aeronautical training center offering aviation-related degree programs to prepare students for exciting careers in aviation. The university's campus is a purpose-built flight training facility located at the Bakersfield International Airport. The on-airport campus hosts ideal flying conditions year-round, student housing, and FAA Part 141 approved training. You can visit California Aeronautical University, their website, at calaero.edu, or better yet, you can visit them here today. They're set up and waiting for you. Vicki's beautiful Stearman biplane. It was built in Tulsa, Oklahoma back in 1940 by the Boeing Aircraft Company for use as a military trainer. It served during World War II at air bases in Mississippi, in Georgia, and Alabama, where hundreds of pilots learned to fly it. In 1946, after the war ended, the airplane was transferred to Eagle Field, California, and sold from War Assets Administration for $770. The airplane's new owner filled it with a 450 horsepower Pratt & Whitney engine and converted it to a crop duster, where it was used for spraying operations in the Sacramento Valley until 1973, when it was disassembled and put in storage. 1990, that changed around, and Vicki ended up with it in 1998 and bases it now at a Pine Mountain Lake Airport near Yosemite, California, where she cares for it meticulously to keep it flying and do these wonderful aerobatic flights. Now, Vicki Stearman has 2 ailerons instead of 4 ailerons like most Stearman on the top and the bottom wings, ones that are flown in air shows. Hence, it takes two hands on the stick and a lot of muscle for Vicky to roll it, and roll it very slowly. With only two ailerons, the top wing wants to go straight while the bottom wing wants to roll. So Vicky Stearman also does not have an inverted fuel system, so her engine will quit if she holds the airplane upside down too long. So she's got to keep positive G on it at all times. Vicky considers herself lucky to be a steward of this timeless piece of history, her beautiful red Stearman.
She's keeping the cape and the wheels are turning. Dancing on ice, but the temperature's rising. She steps in the club and the walls are burning. There's a cool cat in town, never settled down. She loves chasing the dogs around.
Steps into the plane, and of course she uses a little less of that aerobatic box because that's all she can get out of it as she climbs up and over, challenging the sun and its rays, and beautiful and graceful all at the same time, the perfect loop. Sometimes the easiest maneuvers are the hardest to do, and to do that at the same altitude it began and not pull up and square it off is outstanding flying. Upside down again, she's got to keep the positive G on it and keep the engine going, because again, I remind you, it does not have an inverted fuel system. So consequently, she can only get about 300 feet out of her aerobatic routine. That means she's got to stay on it, stay focused to make sure that she stays well above the ground. So now rolling over, pulling back on the control stick. Again, both hands on that stick because there's only two ailerons too. She now pulls up and rolls the airplane in that classic barrel roll, and it looks so beautiful in this blue sky. A big part of the history, of course, here as the basic trainer for pilots, especially for World War II and then a little beyond. And of course, serving California as a crop duster too. Vicky Benzing, Dr. Vicky Benzing and her Stearman. There, she's getting it upside down again. Vicky, don't leave it up. No. Don't leave it upside down too long. Vicky. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, there. She's priming it. Got some smoke, got some fire, and got it going again. And honestly, I think she does that just to torment me down here.
Don't mean a thing if I ain't your girl. A little party never killed nobody.
So she's going to set up to give you a big wave as she flies by this time. So make sure you get your hand in the air and show a little appreciation for this amazing pilot and this beautiful airplane, Dr. Vicky Benzing, hoping to inspire you. See the folks from California Aeronautical University today. They're right here to talk to you about an aviation career. Vicky Benzing.
All we got, 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 all we got. God damn.
Now, Vicky's going to get recovered here, and then she is going to give you a close-up look at the Stearman. She's going to give you a beautiful look as the C-17 comes in for its bow, if you will. So the crew of our C-17, also crewed by women today, I might add. Get your hands in the air and welcome them back from that fine display. The C-17 Globemaster 3. Heading right for you. I want to remind you, too, that the Lost and Found area is in Hangar 1600 to
America's ambassadors in blue, open with a tribute to the greatest nation on earth, America's own, your 2022 United States Air Force Air Demonstration Squadron from Nellis Air Force Base, known to all the world as the Thunderbirds! 1954, the first solo pilot made their debut on the Thunderbirds, and in 1962, the opposing solo was added. Now, check 6, and welcome our current solo pilots, Thunderbird 5, Major Kyle Oliver, and Thunderbird 6, Captain Daniel Tax, as they approach from behind and overhead to execute the ever-inspiring crossover break. Thunderbird fans, have your cameras ready for a picture of formation flying at its finest as the diamond is approaching from the right at a mere 18 inches apart for your 2022 Diamond Pass in review.
Drank old town hard coming down the street, y'all. I do it alone.
From your left, as Thunderbird 5 displays the historic Thunderbird emblem on the bottom of his aircraft with the knight edge hat. The original Thunderbird Diamond was led by Major Dick Catlin, with twin captains Buck and Bill Patillo as wingmen and Captain Kanaga as the slot pilot. Now looking front and to your left, as the current Thunderbird Diamond maintains precise formation position in the Diamond roll. As we fly for you today, we are proud to represent America's Air Force. We are the most lethal Air Force on this planet. Now look back to the right and find Thunderbirds 5 and 6 teamed up this time to create a mirror image in their trademark Calypso hats.
Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a minute. I know. Baby, so get it up, forget it, I don't tell I'm on top. for this. I know I was born for this. I believe we can write a story. I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors, we live to love the pain. We come from different places.
Ladies and gentlemen, the diamond is approaching from behind and to your left in the tight echelon formation. Watch as one becomes four with the echelon pass in review. From your left, watch your lead solo, Major Oliver, maintains level flight while performing the challenging slow roll. From the right, Captain Katz will demonstrate the extraordinary roll performance of the F-16 with 4 consecutive aileron rolls. The diamond is now approaching from the right. This is a rare opportunity to go inside the cockpit of Thunderbird 1 as Lieutenant Colonel Justin Elliott calls for the 4 diamond pilots to perform simultaneous aileron rolls in close formation.
Ready, down, and move.
From your right, Major Oliver, and from your left, Captain Katz, inbound for show center at a closing speed of over 1,000 miles per hour. Or passing, they'll bank sharply, narrowly avoiding each other for the opposing night air pass. Approaching ahead and to your left, the Thunderbirds are in the challenging trail formation, with the wingman flying just a few feet from the aircraft in front of him. On command, watch as they smoothly transition back to the Thunderbird diamond formation. Position themselves on opposite ends of the show line to cross at show center for the inverted pass. A difficult maneuver made even more challenging since Thunderbird 5 is approaching upside down. The Diamond pilots are once again in trail formation. As they pull straight up into the vertical, you'll see the wingmen move back into the Thunderbird Diamond formation.
Anybody's got the power. They don't see it 'cause they don't understand. Spinning round and round for hours. You and me make up the world in our hands. Every people do.
While the maneuvers you're watching today are in tight formation and at low altitude, they require the same level of concentration and discipline that every Air Force pilot must employ. Whether flying combat missions over hostile territories or flying in support of humanitarian efforts in adverse conditions. Now watch as Thunderbird 5 completes his rejoin with the Diamond to perform the low bomb burst. Afterburner muscle climb.
Shine, see. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.
Now, from your left, Captain Katz will demonstrate the exceptional climbing performance of the F-16 as he climbs 3 miles straight up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunderbirds would like to dedicate this next pass to all the families here today whose loved ones are deployed around the world in defense of our freedom. Performance of the F-16 with the maximum performance turn followed by a half heat. Look behind and to your right for precision flying under G. And feel the power of the Diamond Burner 360. our two solo pilots, Thunderbirds 5 and 6, rejoin with the Diamonds to form the Thunderbird Delta formation. We would like to take a moment to honor a legendary fighter pilot, General Chuck Yeager. 75 years ago, right here at Edwards Air Force Base, General Yeager broke the sound barrier for the first time in history in the Bell X-1, flying an astonishing Mach 1.07, or approximately 821 miles per hour. We fly today in honor of General Yeager and all those veterans in the crowd today whose service and sacrifice have given us the freedom that we greatly cherish. Now watch as Lieutenant Colonel Elliott repositions the Delta formation for the Delta roll. As you take time to watch the precision required to maneuver 6 F-16s as one formation, let that serve as a reminder of not just the teamwork, but also the dedication and commitment that makes our team and the United States Air Force the most capable and credible force on the planet. As the Delta soars above, we are proud to represent the 66,000 airmen who are deployed around the world in defense of our freedoms. While our airmen, guardians, soldiers, sailors, coasties, and Marines are deployed in fight of our democracy, it is the families that stay behind who risk their lives every day. Their sacrifices do not go unrecognized, and we thank every mom, dad, husband, wife, son, and daughter who support their deployed military member each day while they fight to keep our own country free. Now, from your right, watch the formation of 6 F-16s precisely maneuvered, showcasing teamwork at its finest for the Delta formation. Leap! 29 years of technical training and thousands of hours of practice and employment. Every airman who wears the Thunderbird uniform is a military member first, highly trained in a professional Air Force skill. As Airman First, Thunderbirds use years of on-the-job training to provide consistent and credible global vigilance, global power, and global reach, giving a critical edge to today's joint warfighting and coalition teams. Wherever they have been before, and wherever they go after their time on this team, the Thunderbirds are Airmen First and Airmen always, faithfully and professionally, representing their brothers and sisters in arms who are providing unrivaled air, space, and cyber dominance around the globe. Now approaching from directly in front, your 2022 Thunderbirds and the inspirational Delta First. Our solo pilots are approaching for their final high-speed head-on pass. As they cross at show center, watch for them to climb sharply, then reverse course in a split-S maneuver to cross again with a knife-edge pass. Let's go inside the cockpit and listen as they execute this breathtaking maneuver. Ladies and gentlemen, no other maneuver is more closely associated with the Thunderbirds than the one you're about to see. Look to the left as the diamond approaches for the high bombers.
Less America.
Thunderbirds coming to land, we hope you have found today's performance inspirational. It is the culmination of hundreds of hours of training and preparation